In this video, I'm going to show you how you can adapt or edit a standard Canva picture so that it is more in line with your own branding. So I'm going to take this picture here to this, so it is more in line with the branding of the PDF that has been created on here. So first of all, you need just to choose whatever Canva image it is that you are going to use for the front of whatever it is that you're creating. So you need to go to Elements. This particular PDF was about social media. So I searched social media and I chose photos because that was the type of graphic that I was looking for. And I scrolled down. Now, this one particularly caught my eye. It was nice and bright. I really did quite like it. But it isn't actually in the brand colors. Now, you can click on this like little abacus at the top here. Click on it and you can type in the hex code. However, it doesn't always come up exactly in your brand colors. And also it can be quite subjective. So this is quite a neon yellow, but if I actually put the hex code for this into Canva, it suggests images that are quite green. But I can tweak this. So first of all, you click on the image, click on edit photo and click on background remover. That removes the background for you, which is brilliant. This works better for images with plain background. So for example, if I click this one here, it would work quite well for this image, but it wouldn't work well if I chose an image like this with lots of different elements. So choose an image with one main focal point. But I don't want it purple on purple. What I would quite like is it on a different color so that it pops out. So at that point, I go back into Elements and I choose the shape and I choose the square and I drag this over until it lines up with the top of the image. So just use the guides. I drag it over and I pull that line down until it all lines up. And then I change the color. Excuse me. So that's covered the image. You can then click on the three dots at the top right-hand corner, click on position, and I click on backwards, and that moves that back. So that's great. I've now got that plain image, which is fantastic, and it's very different. You know, it's in my branding. If I go back to Elements and we can see the original image, you can see the difference between the two. There you go. So that's great. That's in my image. In the brand that I was using this to create with, there are a lot of like little shapes and elements that they use within the brand. And I really do quite like the dots. And I wanted to bring some of that into the image. So these are under uploads because obviously they're not part of Canva. We uploaded these ourselves. So if I click on the three dots, what I want to do is drag this over so that it then goes on the image. Now, what I don't want to do, you can see how if I drag it down, it tries to replace the image. I don't want that. So I just drag it over and I just pull the shape out so that it's got the dots in it. Because like I say, if I try and move it down, it's going to move it in. It's just going to try and replace it. So that's the three dots and I want all of the dots in line. So that's great. Then what I want to do is I'm going to copy that and paste it. And again, I'm just going to move that over so it lines up. I'm going to drag it up again so it doesn't replace it and just slowly move it down and just drag it over so that it's in line. So if I click away from that, you can see that the space in between it is all quite nice. Now, obviously, I don't want the dots above and below. So I'm just going to click on the actual dot image and just drag that down. So again, it comes in line with that image. It just tidies it up. So I just move that down. And of course, it's actually over the lady's face at the minute. That's what we don't want. So again, click on the image, click on position, and then we can just move it backwards. And then you can see it moves behind. We do the same with the other image, move it backwards. And then you can see how we have now changed that image. So again, if I just show you the difference again, just move that picture back in. You can see how that image, this image here has become a much more branded picture, which is great. So that's a really easy way for you to just kind of rebrand what it is that you are doing. Like I say, it will only work well with the plainer pictures. So do bear that in mind, but it's a great way of using Canva images with your brand.